The breaking news that I want to bring to your attention, two items actually. The first one is, unless you've been living in a cave, you would know that the U.S. elections are about to take place in the next 2 weeks. And what that means for traders is that there's a lot of uncertainty in the markets. The markets don't like uncertainty. So we can expect to see a lot of volatility over the next 2 to 3 weeks. And the second breaking news item that I want to bring to your attention, which is becoming not old news, but regular news, and it's been happening all year long. Gold broke above 2,700, and it's a new high, all-time high. We've been seeing that many times this year, and we're going to continue to see gold breaking above all-time highs. So before I get into the regular weekly analysis that I always do every Sunday before the market opens on Monday, I'd just like to remind you, if you are a trader with a small account, but you have a good strategy, and you'd like to have a bigger account, prop firm trading is the way to go. And I highly recommend OANDA. They've been around so long, they're very reputable and highly regulated. You can't go wrong with them. You won't have any issues at all whatsoever. So if you'd like to try prop firm trading for a small fee, $35 or $60 for a bigger account, even the 25K account, if you use my code, RickRay, all caps, RICKRAY, I'll leave the link in the description below. On the 25K account, you can get a 25% discount. So as I said, the link is in the description below. If that's what you'd like to get started with, go ahead. If you have any comments or questions about prop firm trading, just leave them in the comments below. So let's go ahead and get started with the regular weekly analysis, which I do. And I do that every Sunday before the market opens on Monday. And this week, starting on the 21st of October, going through to the 25th of October, 2024. And of course, we always look at the high impact news, which is coming out, which affects the movement of our currencies and commodities. We have our go-to website, forexfactory.com, for that. And then I will look at the profit and loss from last week's trade setups that I shared with you. And then, of course, I share my pending orders with you. That's the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week. And I do all of this in order to help you make profit with your Forex trading. So let's jump over and have a look at the forexfactory.com screenshot for this week coming up with the high impact news. The main things we want to look at, I have them highlighted for you here. There's nothing on Monday, a little bit on Tuesday on the GBP, and then on Wednesday, a big one for the Canadian economy. They are projected to lower the interest rate by 50 basis points. And so if you're trading anything with the Canadian dollar, the Euro CAD, the Pound CAD, the Odd CAD, the US CAD, anything with the Canadian dollar, be aware of this interest rate change. They call it the overnight rate, bank rate, interest rate. It's all the same thing. Be aware of this happening during the US session on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, of course, we have the regular US unemployment claims and then the PMI. And both of those highlighted items are during the U.S. session. So just be sure and check forexfactory.com for your local times. So let's jump over into the charts and have a look at last week's trade setups and look at the profit and loss. Not a lot to share with you. We only had 2 trades that opened, but one of them was extremely profitable. I'm really happy to share that with you, and I hope you took advantage of that buy limit that I had for you on gold. So let's jump over to the charts and have a look at those. And here we are looking at gold, XAU, USD, and the buy limit that I shared with you was a zone between 2640 and 2650. And it did not open on Monday. Nothing happened except that gold started to come down on Monday. It did hit 2650, but then continued down on Tuesday to the second pending order that I had in place at 2640. It dropped just a little bit below that, but not much, before the rocket blasted off. And in just 4 days, it went from 2640 all the way up to 2721. So a move of 825 pips in just 4 days. Now, I hope that in the previous week, you weren't thinking that gold has turned bearish. Oh, gold has turned bearish. The trend has changed direction. All this was a pullback to lower prices. It almost got down to 2600. Okay, which is a strong psychological support, There was nothing unexpected about that. Gold always makes a pullback. Everything makes a pullback. Nothing goes up forever. Nothing goes down forever. So on last week's trade setups, you just had to be patient with no trade on Monday, wait for that pending order to open at 2640, and in just 4 days you would have made 825 pips. With a trade of one standard lot, as you know, that is $8,000 in 4 days. Unfortunately, a lot of people saw this pullback and thinking that the bears have taken control. Now gold is bearish, so start selling, selling, selling. You know what that's called? That's called a bear trap. I hope you didn't get caught in the bear trap. Okay, it's typical. The market will do that. All right, so why would you sell gold anyway? As I've told you many times, gold is bullish since October of 2023. Look for an opportunity to buy. Gold is bullish. The trend is bullish. The trend is your friend. Look for an opportunity to buy. I'll have a new buy limit in the pending orders that I'll share with you in just a few minutes. Now, the US 30 was interesting, made a new all-time high at 43,302. I won't go through all of the major pairs because most of them did not hit the pending order. Just to have a look here at the Euro US, this is what most of the major US pairs did, continuing their bearish move, but none of them made a pullback sufficient to get to the pending order, so most of the orders did not open. The only one that did was the UJ, the USD JPY, and as it continued its bullish move, we got a little bit out of that one. It opened on Tuesday, went up to on Thursday, and then Friday started to fall down, but over just a period of 3 days we got 148 pips out of the UJ. So now let me share my pending orders with you, and these are the trade setups that I have in place for this upcoming week, and I do this in order to help you make profit. Just remember, this is not financial advice. What I'm sharing with you is my perspective on how I see the markets reacting with commodities and currencies. Especially with the next 2 to 3 weeks that we have with the U.S. elections, we can expect a lot of volatility. So this information is tips and suggestions to help you, guide you perhaps with your trading decisions. But this is a special caution this week, a special caution. Trade small and protect your capital. Because as I've said many times in this video, there's going to be a lot of volatility over the next couple of weeks, unexpected moves. There is no guarantee in Forex, and there is a lot of uncertainty at the moment in all of the markets. So trade small and protect your capital. And just before I share the pending orders with you, I always like to look at the indexes. First of all, the JPY basket, which has not been doing anything. It's just been a roller coaster for the last couple of weeks, so nothing interesting to share there. However, the DXY has an interesting looking chart. We've been seeing quite a long bullish run for the last 3 weeks, but however, on Friday, the closing session in the US, we're starting to see a significant drop, a change of direction in the US dollar. And of course, that goes along with the uncertainty that I've been talking about. Is the US dollar starting to weaken a bit? It looks like the major US pairs are starting to turn slightly bullish. So that's why I keep telling you, for the next couple of weeks, trade small, protect your capital, use a small lot size, use a stop loss, but there is no guarantee in Forex. Okay, if you don't even want to trade for the next couple of weeks, that's fine. So let's have a look and see what I have for my pending orders for this upcoming week. And of course, gold is almost a no-brainer, really. But we've got to be patient. Remember last week, if you would have just waited until Tuesday, nothing happened on Monday, wait till Tuesday, and then that pending order executed, and you had 825 pips profit. So what is happening for this upcoming week? Well, gold has moved up like a rocket. This is SpaceX stuff that we're looking at here. But of course, nothing goes up forever. So we're waiting for a pullback to our strong psychological support level of 2,700. And yes, it will get there. All right. It might go up a little bit on Monday. We don't know. Wait and see. but we're very, very likely to see a pullback during the week to around 2,700. That's a nice zone where you can look to take a buy order on gold. Where is it going? Well, we have no previous highs. All right, there is no resistance level. The resistance level is where it is now, 27.21. So it will go back up there, but 27.40, 27.50, 2800 will be the next big move. Whether that will happen in October, we'll wait and see. But for now, a buy limit at 2700. Looking at the Euro US, look at all the major pairs. I have a buy limit on the Euro US with 1.0858, and the odd US, I have a buy limit on the odd US at 0.6690. On the New Zealand US, I have a buy limit on the New Zealand US 0.6055. On the pound US, I have a buy limit at 1.3030. On the USD CAD, this is a sell limit. Okay, as I said last week, I'm not going to be looking to buy the USD CAD above 138, $1.38. That is a price where it has never broken above and stayed above for more than 20 years. So that is an extremely high price around the 138, and that's what it hit on Wednesday of last week. And you see it starting to fall down during the week. So it might play around here in this zone where it is now, but I'm going to look for a retracement back to that resistance level where it is there at 1.3810, and then I am bearish on the USD CAD, expecting to see a continuing, perhaps slightly weakening of the US dollar before the election rolls around. And then the UJ, just sell. Okay, it is broken below our trend line here and gone sideways. And on Friday's U.S. session, during all day actually, during Friday, starting to fall down and lose strength. So just sell the UJ. As we looked on the JPY index, it's pretty much sideways, is trading in a range and a roller coaster, but I'm expecting to see lower prices on the UJ. Okay, so that's a wrap for the weekly analysis. And just in case when you are watching those pending orders that I have, you might be wondering why I have changed direction on the US pairs and why do I see a slight weakening of the US dollar. And that is because I'm using a slightly different strategy this week. And it's again, it's my perspective on how I see the markets reacting. But I'm using a strategy this week called the trend rider strategy. And I posted a video on that, and I only use 2 or 3 indicators for that, but it helps me to plan long-term trades. It helps me to see whether the trend is bullish or bearish on commodities and currencies. And you only need a couple of indicators, and the video that I made shows you how to set that up, how to read the charts for long-term trends. And let's always remember, the trend is your friend. So whatever you do over the next couple of weeks before the U.S. election, just be sure and trade small. Most of all, use the stop loss. Protect your capital. That's most important. Don't blow up your account, because there is going to be a lot of uncertainty, a lot of volatility in the next upcoming 2 to 3 weeks. And of course, before I sign off, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the little bell so you'll be notified every time I make one of these videos, which is every Sunday before the market opens on Monday. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great day, a great week of trading. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'll see you in the next video.